Welcome to my channel Kracia Classes.
Hello students, today we are going to start with the chapter number 3 of IGCSE Maths of grade 7, that is place value, ordering and rounding. It is about the decimal numbers. Now we'll see the place value or understanding the decimal point. Now I'm going to take a number that is 12.56, a number I took. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to see the decimal point. Now see, there is the decimal point there. Now we know that this is the unit place. Then before that this is tens place. But what about this? What is that number? What is the place value of that? So that is actually, I'll write it big, student. Now what is it? This is unit place, this is tens place. This you studied in your lower standard. Now what about after decimal point? This place is called as tenth place. What is it? Tens. 6 is denoted by hundredth. And it goes on, so if the number of digit increases, the number goes on, like tenth, hundreds, then thousands. So this is the way we should study, student. But why we are placing this name like this tenth and hundredth place? Why it is like that? I'll tell one simple way, student. If I am taking a number 21256, when you divide it by 10, the answer will come 12.6. So 125.6. So that is why we say this is 10th place. But what about when we take dividing by 100? So what happened? It will come 12.56. So that is why we are naming this as 100th place. This is 10th place. Understood, everyone? If it is one decimal point, we'll say it is a 10th place. After decimal point 2 digit, so we'll say it is 100th and 10th. And it increases, student. This is 10th and 100th, then 1000, then 10,000. Like that it goes on, student. Now, we'll see about... Now we'll start multiplying or dividing by 10 and 100 and 1000. What we are going to do. Okay, so what we will do, very simple. When you multiply, for example, I am taking 12.56. I am taking the same number, student. When you multiply by 10, what you have to do, when you multiply by 10, you are going to shift the decimal point towards the right. Okay, so what happened? Only 1 0 is there. I will shift it for one time, the decimal point. So the answer will come 125.6. And one more thing, after the decimal point, you cannot say 65 or like that. You are going to just read the number. That is 125.6, 12.56, like that. You are not going to say it is 56. Okay. Now when you multiply by 100 or 10, you have to move towards the right, student. The decimal point should be moving towards the right. Now when you are dividing it, if I am taking about 125.6, I am dividing it by 10. What happened? Here it comes the opposite of multiplication. That you have to move towards the left, student. So the answer will be, the decimal point will be shifted here. So the answer will be 12.56. So this is the way you have to proceed. We'll see the next one when the 0 increases. If I'm taking about 100, this will remove, it will go here. It's not needed to, after that there's no number. So we'll simply write 1256. When you divide by 100, what happened? You are going to shift it for 2 times. So when it gets shifted to 2 times, so the answer will be coming as 1.256, student. So this is the way you have to proceed. Okay. Now we'll see the next topic for today. That is how to round it off. How to round it off, student. Only simple thing. I write the rule first. If you follow that rule, you will be simply learning it. Now how we will do it? See, if the value of the digit is 5 or more, if the value of digit is 5 or more, then you will be rounding off up. So you have to round it up, means you have to move towards the next number. If the value is less than value of digit after the point or where you are is less than 5, so what you have to do, you have to round down. Round down means actually you have to understood. You just note down this rule, students. This is very important one. Now we'll see the rounding of the numbers. I'll tell one simple, only one example, but it will be very interesting one to tell. Okay. I'll take a number. Fine. We'll start. I am taking a number as 1, 2, 3.79. Okay, I'll take this number. Fine. Now first thing I'll say, round to nearest 100. So what it will be? 100, and you're not going to see anything of decimal point. Now just see, it is nearest to 100. Now 123. This is in 100 places 1. Now move to the next digit, that is 2. Now 2 is less than 5 or greater than 5? Yes, it is less than 5. So I'll keep 1 as that, and other everything will be 0. So I'll simply write 100. Okay, student. Now I'll see about round to nearest 10. What it will be? Nearest 10 means what it will be? You are talking about tens place. This is the tens place. Now see about the, I am telling, when you round to some value, like place value is 100, you are going to see the next place value. Here 100 was there. What was the next place value? Tens, you saw the number. Similarly, round to nearest 10. The nearest 10 is 10 places 2. You have to see the next number, 3. 3 is greater than 5 or less than 5? It is less than 5. So I'll keep 1, 2 as it is. I'll put 0 like this. This normally you studied in your lower standard. Now what about when it is decimal point? Now they are telling round to 1 digit decimal point. Now what is 1 digit decimal, student? When it is 1 digit, you have to make it only 1 digit of this. Now see about this. You have to see the next number. What is it? 9. 9 is greater than 5. Yes, student, it is greater than 5. So I'll simply write 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, student. 1, 2, 3.8. Because I shifted the number because 9 is greater than 5. So we will round up. Round off means you are going to move towards the next number. This is round to 1 digit decimal. Okay. Now next, what is it? Round to 1 digit decimals. Okay. Now I am telling about round to whole number. Okay. Round to whole number. What is it? Round to whole number. When it is rounding to whole number, so what we do is that you are going to see after the decimal point what is the number. What is after the decimal point? What is the number? 7. Is the 7 is greater than 5? Yes, student. It is greater than 5. So you will simply increase this number by 1. So it will be 1, 2, 4. This is all about rounding of numbers, students. Okay. Now, once again I will repeat because this is quite confusing. Now round to nearest 100. To round the nearest 100, you have to first see 100 place. What is a 100 place? 1. So when you see about the round to nearest 100, see the next number, 2. 2 is greater than 5 or less than 5? It is less than 5. So I'll keep this 1, I'll make everything 0. Same thing happens for this nearest 10. Now see the tens place 2. Move to the next number 3. Is 3 is greater than 5 or less than 5? It is less than 5. So I have rounded off. Now same thing here, 1 digit decimal. 1 digit decimal means you have to keep this number, but we have to shift this. How we will shift it? Check this. 9 is greater than 5? Yes, student, is greater than 5. So I have to shift this part. So 7 will be what? Will change to 8. So 123.8. Now round to whole number. Whole number means without decimal point. So what we'll see? See that after decimal point, what is the number? 7. Is the 7 is greater than 5 or less than 5, student? Think about it. 7 is greater than 5. So I'll round it off to, I'll increase the number. 124. This is the way you have to do it, student. This is the rounding of numbers. Okay. Now, we'll see the next one. Adding and subtracting of decimals. How we will do it? It's very simple. Addition of and subtracting of decimal is very simple. Now, multiplication and division of decimal I have explained in the last video. Please go through that. If you have any doubt regarding that, you can ask me in the next lecture also, student, or you can put it in the comment. Okay, multiplication division I have explained before that. So please, if you want, I provide the link below my video. Please check it out. Well, only today we'll see about addition and subtraction of decimal, student. Okay, when we are adding 5.63 plus 7.48. Now how we will add it? Very simple. Addition is same rule. Only what you have to do, 5.63. You are going to place this number as it is. First point, put the point. After point, what is the number? 4 and 8. Before the point, 7. This is the way you have to do. Now add it. 8 plus 3 is what? 11. Now 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Again, 6 plus 7 is how much? It will be 13. 1 and this will be 5. And simply you have to place the decimal point. This is all you have to do, student. Same thing for subtraction. I'll say 63.74 minus 8.93. We'll see how we'll do the subtraction. 63.74. First, place the point here. Check about it. After point, what is the number? 9 and 3. And before the point, 8. Do the subtraction, student. Okay. Now, how will the subtraction will be? Normal, simple thing. Now, 4 and 3 minus is what? 1. Now, 7 minus 9. How we will do it? 7 minus 9. Now, 17. From 17, if 9, from 17, 9 goes, what will happen? It will be 8. Again, same thing, 2 is there. Now, from 6, we will borrow 12. So, it will be 12 minus 8. Okay? It will be 4. Again, I have borrowed here, it will be 5. So, I will write here, it is directly 5, student. So, it will be 54.81. It will be 54.81, student. Okay? Now, this is all about addition and subtraction, rounding of decimal number. And for multiplication division, you have to refer my previous video where I explained everything from the beginning till the end. There's a complete video for multiplication division. Okay? So, this is all about decimal, student. Decimal is very, very important. In terms, not only this, like in rupees or in grams, we have to write it in the decimal point only. That will come to know when you start studying with mass, length and capacity. Okay, students, I hope you all understood this concept. It's very, very important one. And if you have any doubt, anything regarding this, please put it in the comment. It's a request, student. Why? Because you will be like in a confusion that how to do it. You can directly put, I always welcome, student. Always welcome. I will clear your doubt till the end. Okay, students, and thank you for watching my video. I hope you understood it. And if you have any problem, please put it in the comment and also provide your feedback such that I can improve in the next lecture. Okay, students, and thanks for giving us support, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.